Morning, Simon. Thanks for joining us today. You've got some exciting news to announce today.
Indeed, I do, Paul. So I'm delighted to say that this morning we are announcing the launch of our brand new brand to the health, specialist health and social care sector. We're announcing the launch of Tend. We're really excited about this, having been a long-standing provider of apprenticeships to that health, specialist health and social care sector. We really wanted a brand that spoke to what we think the sector is about. And we're delighted this morning to be launching that brand, Tend, together with our concept of a Tend trained professional, which I'll talk about a bit later.
Brilliant. Thank you. What does the launch of Tend mean to you personally?
So I'm really excited about it for a number of reasons. One of the reasons why I get out of bed in the morning, and I know lots of my colleagues get out of bed in the morning, is the impact that we know we can have on people that genuinely change lives. And the sectors that we support in health, specialist health and social care do exactly that. And for us, this is part of our journey of being a real long-term partner to the sector, getting right to the heart of what we think some of the challenges for the sector are. We're going to talk a lot about careers with heart, skills with purpose. And we are going to be talking about the journey that we want people to go on from learner to leader. And the concept that we've wrapped around that is, as I say, this concept of a Tend trained professional. So for us, it's an exciting moment. We choose to be in this sector. It's a challenging sector. It's challenging for our clients. It's challenging for us. But we know that it has a real impact and it gets to the heart of what we're about as an organisation.
Thanks, Simon. You mentioned around the impact on organisations. So how will Tend support organisations?
Yeah, so we know, having been a partner to the sector for such a long time, that it is a sector that's challenged in terms of finding people, giving those people the skills and developing careers for those individuals. And what we're trying to do with Tend and with the concept of a Tend trained professional is be a partner alongside those organisations in dealing with those challenges. So for us, the impact that we think it will have is to create a real, I think, rich experience for learners. We are very focused on making sure that all of the pathways that we deliver enable individuals to get the skills they need to deliver the care in health, specialist health and social care, but then go on their own career journey and pathway to becoming a leader. And as I say, we talk about careers with heart, skills with purpose. Our programs are all about career building and skill building. I think also it's really important to say that what we have always wanted to be is a partner that works with our clients to understand their particular needs and to co-create those programs with them that will work. And I think the impact that we really want to have with Tend and with this concept of a Tend trained professional is to take that partnership and that way of working to the next level. And we are a specialist provider to this sector because it's a sector that has special and specific needs. And that's a key part of what we think the impact of what we're trying to build here will be. So it's much more than just changing a brand. It's about really amplifying and deepening the way that we work with the sector. And our overall mission is to give Britain the skills to care. And we think Tend is right at the heart of being able to do that in the next phase of the challenges for those sectors.
Great, thank you. And in terms of the learners, you spoke earlier about learners going from learner to leader. So can you kind of tell us more around how, learners, or the impact it will make on learners?
So as a specialist provider to the sector, we understand the way that people come into the sector, the journey that they go on in their careers and the pathway opportunities that open up. And all the way through our programs, whether it's our programs at an entry level, whether it's our programs for leaders, we're trying to make sure that those pathways are clear for individuals. And again, it goes back to the point I made earlier also about the partnership that we build with organisations. But at the heart of that journey, I think, is the relationship that learners are able to develop with our development coaches. We are blessed with some fantastic development coaches. They come from sector. We invest in them as individuals in their what we call back to the floor days to continuing to keep their professional skills. So for our learners, we want you to feel that you've got a partner that understands your role, genuinely understands the context within which you're operating and supports you on that journey, but can also take you from a career guidance and direction perspective in terms of what other pathways can open up to you post those learning programs that you have. So that's what we want it to feel like for learners, and that's what when we talk about the learner to leader journey. And as I say, it's all wrapped in what we think is a unique offering to the sector now, which is this concept of a 10 trained professional. We don't see that as a one-off experience for a learner. We see that as part of an ongoing journey and an ongoing relationship that you can have with Tend.
Thank you. And then you spoke earlier around being sector experts, and you spoke around the challenges in the sector and us understanding them. So what do you think sets Tend apart from a generic training provider?
Well, I mean, I think that's the critical point, Paul, which is that we're not generic. We are very focused with Tend on facing to the health, specialist health and social care sector. That specialism, which starts with people that deliver the programs that we have coming from sector, understanding the sector. Our curriculum is built with that level of understanding and co-created with our clients. And we are very determined to stay specialist. So you will never see Tend, for example, become a training provider that tries to deliver, digital or IT or bus driving. We're very focused on being part of the sector and being really at the heart of it. So that's the first thing that I think sets it out. I mean, I would say this, wouldn't I? But I think our people are brilliant, and the impact certainly learners tell us that our development coaches in particular have on them is phenomenal. We really want to build on that. And Tend is part of creating a new energy and focus on these sectors. And as I've said multiple times now, wrapping around it this concept of a journey from learner to leader and a Tend trained professional. I think that sets us apart. We're not somebody that brings an off-the-shelf apprenticeship program and go to people, here you go. We co-create, we work with clients to understand their generic and specific needs, and then we provide supporting that absolutely fantastic people that deeply understand their sector and also are deeply passionate about their sector and want to make sure that we're giving Britain the skills to care.
Brilliant. And then in terms of, as we look to the future, where do you see Tend making the biggest impact over the next few years?
Yeah, so look, these sectors are sectors that are facing generational challenges in terms of recruiting people, retaining people and developing people. I want us to be able to look back and say that at this critical moment, we played our part in helping those sectors to overcome those challenges, because what people that we support here do genuinely matters. It matters to Britain in lots of ways, whether it's, I come from somebody whose mother was in the NHS, worked in the NHS. Lots of us have got experience of family members in social care. Certainly I have. We know that this matters. It's what gets us, as I say, out of bed in the morning. So I want us to be able to look back and say Tend played a major part in those people challenges that ultimately gave Britain the skills to care and meant that we were able to deliver for people. And, what's driving us here is we want to support the sector in terms of having careers with heart and skills with purpose.